pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. The drama of the SPAC versus the Van Wezel is a morality play illustrating these 7 foibles. Sarasota does not need to construct a world-class performing arts hall on the Bay. It has had one for 52 years. The Herald Tribune's architectural critic, Harold Bubel, named the Van Wezel the singular structure that best embodies Sarasota's cultural and architectural stature and heritage. The 2,400 residents who have already signed the petition to keep the storied venue agree. In the outpouring of support for the Van Wezel, the comment that stuck with me the most was this one. We have been so proud of this iconic jewel for so long now. What happened? What happened is that some folks got a hankering to build something new. So they launched a campaign to replace Sarasota's cultural heart and soul, the award-winning Van Wezel. As part of that quest, they have denigrated the landmark building, exaggerated addressable concerns, and withheld material engineering and marketplace information from the public and elected leaders. This has been done by appropriating the Van Wezel Foundation, commandeering its name and inverting its mission, usurping the brand of a family of philanthropists and using it to erode the goodwill value of their trademark gift is not the deed of those traveling the high road. The stuff of dreams is built on cash and concrete, and Sarasota citizens know the difference between art, artifice, and edifice complexes. The brokenness of our civic processes is attested to by the fact that the ill-considered yearnings of a well-placed few have been allowed to erode the joy, enjoyment, and civic pride we all used to share in the distinctively purple, organically Sarasota, Van Wezel Performing Arts Hall. In morality plays, virtues like temperance, humility, and diligence can overcome baser impulses. Please embrace those values and lead our community on a path back to responsible, thoughtful, and equitable governance. Please change or broaden the remit of the entertainment facilities firm you've identified to include an assessment of what actually needs to be done in order to protect, optimize, and keep the Van Wezel as Sarasota's Bayfront Performing Arts Presentation Hall. Thank you.
Last year, on April 4th, the Commission narrowly consented to an interim agreement with the Sarasota Performing Arts Foundation based upon the Foundation's opinion that a new hall is needed. No review of potential improvements of the Van Wezel was provided, nor was an overall assessment of the needs of the city. Merely a desire for a new $350 million building. Mayor Arroyo understandably twice asked to see the details of a cost, efforts of continued use of the Van Wezel as an iconic presenting hall. I joined a group of subject matter experts that were also equally concerned residents. Instead of operating on pure desire, this group had architects analyzing buildings, financial experts, CPAs, digging into the business operations, attorneys dealing with reviewing the legal aspects, and historical preservationists reviewing and researching the Van Wezel significance. While this commission still waits for the independent study to start, here are highlights from our group of experts. Thank you. Question 1, has Sarasota outgrown the Van Wezel? The answer is no. This statement is supported by the attendance records for the Van Wezel. We looked at all the attendance records that the city maintains, and the hall has available seats 89% of the shows. So 89% of the shows, there is available seating. The hall is also well-liked by attendees, receiving 4 out of 5 stars on Google and Facebook, as well as voted best in the world by a trade magazine just 2 years ago. Question 2, would a larger hall attract newer shows? That answer is also no. Using the data from every Broadway touring company, we proved that any show that did not play the Van Wezel did play at a smaller theater. This conclusion is also supported by the Foundation's own AMS study that stated that Tampa blackouts will limit the shows played in Sarasota regardless of our hall size. Question 3. Can the Van Wezel be updated with flood-proofing and desired improvements? The answer to this question is yes, all for less than 1/10 of the cost of a new building. Again, this is not coming from me, this is coming from architects, and these are their estimates. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kashden.